says someone sucks, I assume they're the best.
Yeah, thank you. That's how I feel.
I feel that way too.
Fuck Kiss.
Are we ready?
Fuck Kiss.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another Blitzkrieg Pop podcast from Infinite Collectibles here in Paducah, Kentucky. I'm sitting here with my brother, Alex.
Damn right, motherfuckers.
Co-owner of the store.
That's right. And Adam is my fucking brother. How can you believe that?
I mean, it's like...
He just said that I'm his brother, so he must be mine.
Well, I mean, we're the Mega Powers, baby. We're the
fucking Mega Powers of bald and geek.
Bald and geek, yeah. And bearded.
Yeah.
I mean, we are white stereotypes.
I want to say, though, there's some male pattern baldness with all these guys, except for our buddy Justin down there.
AJ's looking
but
fine.
he's doomed. Look at that. It's getting a little thin up there.
Before we get too sidetracked, just let me say thank you to you guys for your positive response to our last couple podcasts. If you could, it would help us out a lot. If you listen to us on iTunes, you check us out on YouTube or any of the other sources we're available on, Spotify. Rate us, like us, thumbs up, give us a review. Tell us you hate AJ. I don't give a shit what you do. Just something positive that'll help keep us going with this thing. And on that note, I'd like to also say thank you to Dan.
Professor Podcast.
Professor Podcast for putting up with our bullshit. And Eric?
Nope.
No?
Munch.
Munch, take us away, buddy. Introduction and then...
Introduction. I'm Munch. I've been told I'm not going to do much of an introduction because I screwed it up the first time.
I like it.
Who else we got here?
We've got AJ. Whose voice is basically just radio sex.
Yeah. See, whenever I hear my voice, I feel like I'm an extra from Tombstone that has a nasal problem. But I've been told by my employees that my voice sounds nice over my main job. But I feel like they're just sucking up to me.
It does come across as very Christian Bale Batman.
It does.
No, that's not a good thing. Christian Bale. Bruce Wayne would be good.
Plug your nose while you talk.
Swear to me.
Yeah. Who else we got down there?
All right.
The best hair and geeks.
On the end.
Best hair? Thank you.
I don't think that's true.
My name's Justin. Just happy to be here talking about nerd stuff.
Talking about nerd stuff,
At
we are.
Coble Kid. What's your Twitter handle?
At the Coble Kid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I created that.
He's been blocked by more comic creators than I know.
Yes, Dan Slott does not like him.
Dan Slott, Dave Bautista, Hulk Hogan, and Goldberg have all blocked me.
So I'll ask you, as our lovely listeners, who's the problem there, Justin or the celebrities?
Considering the celebrities he's talking about,
Dave Bautista collects fucking lunchboxes.
Batista's the outlier here, though.
Tell me what you did to get banned by Batista. How?
I think he got really upset that one. And his upset is probably just reading a tweet and being like, "Screw that guy," and just hitting block. He's
counting money and fucking
I really
whores.
didn't affect him. I understand.
You don't think you actually did anything?
Yeah, it was something to do. I think with that Royal Rumble that he won instead of Daniel Bryan, and I just had some.
So this
probably not a nice thing to say. And I went to go look when he did so well at Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was going to tweet him and be like, "Man, sorry I crapped on you as a wrestler." Yeah. And then I realized I couldn't tweet him.
Is he? I know this isn't in our notes, but come on, is he a better wrestler or a better actor?
Better actor.
That's hard to believe.
Really?
I'm kidding around.
I was like, come on.
When I first saw Drax, I thought, oh, fuck, he is a terrible actor. And then I realized, oh, I'm not in on the joke.
Yeah, I was thinking this is a train wreck when he first opened his mouth.
Because Aquaman star Jason Momoa was up for the role, and Marvel is classically cheap asses and didn't want to pay him.
Yeah, how'd that
So
work
they got a
out?
wrestler.
Because they got somebody better than
I think it worked out well.
I think it worked out
Khal
great.
Drogo as Drax, sorry.
Anyone who didn't laugh at the Guardians 2, him being camouflage joke, is full of shit.
Infinity War.
Is it Infinity War?
No.
Yes.
Is it Infinity War?
Yeah.
It's an Infinity
Oh,
War.
damn
I'm
it.
sorry, I'm a
Well,
moron.
we're talking about movies.
Yeah, so speaking of movies, we figured out lately that our MCU titles have been getting a lot of buzz, especially at the Oscars, where Black Panther gets Best Original Music Score.
Which is unbelievable.
Best Costume, Best Production Design. Spider-Verse gets Best Animated Feature, which is a huge deal. So that being said,
Now, you do know that Suicide Squad was an award winner, right? Like
which we'll get to shitting on it later.
Hey, but I wasn't. I'm not taking shit on it yet. All I'm
Are
saying
you
was
being interrupted,
that
Eric? By Martin
Wait,
Brothers?
did you just get interrupted? Did I just talk over you?
100%,
I
actually.
didn't talk over you.
100% over.
Damn.
So anyway, we know that our movies, these MCU movies, are getting huge buzz. So we're going to go into our list of top 5 best comic book movies that are not MCU. And that being said, it's Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. Anything that was made by Marvel Studios, out the window. Anything else is fair game.
Oh, you know you're really limiting it.
Oh, we're really
It's
limiting
a
it
clusterfuck
so
of titles because Marvel makes the best comic book movies.
But not the only.
Not the only.
Not the
So with our list, why don't we start with our acclaimed guest?
The
Okay.
Cobble Kid.
Let's start with
Cobble
Justin.
Kid at
What have you got
Cobble
first?
Do I have to
bud?
put like why, or do you do me just
I mean,
say
yeah,
it?
I mean, please give us a why.
Well, I've got Tim Burton Batman as number 1 just because of its massive influence over everything.
Are you talking about Batman sleeping? You're talking about Bruce Wayne sleeping upside down,
Yep.
right? Like you're
Yep.
talking about.
Also,
all
the
that.
best part in the movie is when Bruce Wayne is in that one room talking to Vicky Vale and Arliss, and and they're talking, and Bruce Wayne, as Michael Keaton, of course, Michael Keaton looks around and goes, "Huh, I've never even been in this room before."
that was a great-
If that's not the best line in any comic book
Doesn't
movie.
he try to slide some salt or something all the way down that table, or is that in a commercial?
Yeah, you're
He's
absolutely
amazing.
right.
Okay, yeah.
Michael Keaton
I
is
don't know that.
I
unbelievable.
think Michael Keaton made the role.
I don't know that movie holds up so
Yeah.
well. I've tried to watch it in the last year or so.
It's still it's still good for what it accomplished.
I
I'm
agree.
trying to do a comprehensive list, not just like what I think's a great movie.
well, so
that fair?
you've got that in there.
Your number one.
That's number one.
Non-MCU.
Yeah.
is Batman
greatest of
1989.
all
Are we
time.
supposed to have these in a specific order? Because I
mean,
absolutely don't.
no.
You don't have to.
Okay.
Well, also on my list, I have The Watchmen, mainly.
That's a
hear me
great
out
movie.
here. It's really dark and gritty, which I thought was cool.
I like that movie.
There's some characters in that I really never thought I'd ever see on the big screen. You know, the Rorschach and all that with his
Dr. Manhattan's dick.
doctor, which they did a lot in that movie.
They
a lot.
Swinging in the
did.
wind.
Had a lot of
Big old
explaining
blue
to do.
floppy.
I want to say something as a man who's often nude. I have never had my dick blown by the wind.
Yeah, just your ball sack.
Yeah, my ball sack is one thing. It looks like Dumbo's ears.
Well, it's
but-
because our ball sacks are like flying squirrels. They catch the wind and they
catch
take
it.
off.
I also have Watchmen on the list of great movies because it makes Alan Moore so mad. If it irritates Alan Moore, it's got to be worth being on
Alan
everybody's
Moore
list.
is-
As much as I love Alan Moore,
I like
it's funny watching him get mad.
He gets upset.
Don't you think though that the old vehement asshole is his gimmick? Like, let's say if he was a wrestler.
I think he really is
Yeah.
offended though that people try to make a movie or
Adapt
make a
his
TV
stuff.
show or whatever out of his stuff.
Now,
I'm
does
sure
he
it
make
makes him
money off
mad.
these though?
no.
It depends. They
makes-
offer it to him. Sometimes he does turn it down.
He makes a royalty off the books.
But
I mean, good for him
motherfucker's
for turning-
loaded. So
I mean, good for him for turning it down.
What else
Yeah.
you got on there? Because I didn't think of including Watchmen, and I liked the movie better than the book. Hey, geek.
I have The Dark Knight. I thought that was such a good movie with Heath Ledger as the Joker, of course. I mean, I know that's what everybody talks about, but it was just really good. Also, I have the second Spider-Man movie from the Sam Raimi.
I got that in
I mean,
mind.
that is just a classic.
Is that
It's
on
great.
everyone's list?
Doctor
Actually took it off
Octopus is
because everyone else
awesome. And then I have Amazing Spider-Man. I thought Andrew Garfield was
the very first Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I thought Andrew Garfield was not really a good
Second-
Peter Parker, but he was a good Spider-Man, and I just thought it was
I have
great.
to agree because Andrew Garfield is a little too cool as Peter Parker.
Yeah,
Like when
he
he's
was like
skateboarding.
high-fiving people and stuff.
Listen,
I'm
I
like,
love
this
the
is not
Ramones on
High-fiving the
skateboarding
principal.
too,
Yeah, the
but that's
principal
not
at
Peter
graduation.
Parker.
Hey, they wrote the Ramones into Homecoming, so
Yeah, I mean the Ramones should be in everything Spider-Man.
Queens.
Yeah, they're the two greatest things from New York.
Well, I mean, from Queens. For sure.
all right. So what about your shit movies?
Wait a minute.
Wait. No, we're not
to the
there
shit
yet.
movies to the
No,
end.
no,
Oh, okay. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
they
I was,
can't
that's
fuck
All
my
right,
bad.
I mean,
Right.
listen, guys, we have shit movies for you, but we're not getting into that part. until
Most
the end.
movies that
I
Marvel
miss-
don't make are shit.
I misinterpreted things.
We're going to go ahead and do the top 5 now. We'll do the shit 3 later.
Gotcha.
All right, AJ,
So-
why don't you
All right.
extol yours here?
I'm going to go ahead and start off by saying that I marked out Spider-Man 2 because literally everyone else had it, but it should be there.
I did not put it on there.
But okay, so my number one was one that we actually just right before we started recording, I remembered. But Dread. If you haven't seen Dread, it's fucking amazing.
That is amazing.
It is the
Keith Urban.
Keith Urban's the
Carl
singer.
Urban.
Carl Urban. Damn it, Carl and Keith Urban. I get you
Keith Urban
confused.
is a country singer.
I-
What's his
whatever.
hit?
If that movie never gets a sequel, it is a goddamn crime.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Even if it had a country singer in the main role.
Yeah. We're gonna from now on. That's what I'm gonna think. But
Well, I hear a lot of bullshit being around here,
But number 2, I've got History of Violence, which rightfully a lot of people don't know as a comic first, and I don't blame you because it wasn't a popular comic. I didn't know until after I'd watched the movie, but that is a damn fine movie and a damn fine comic, as I learned later.
Right on.
Number 3, I got Spider-Verse, or Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, if we're being full. It just won the Oscar for Best Animated Feature, as it should have.
Absolutely.
Number 4, I had Spider-Man 2, which I scratched out and wrote Hellboy instead, just because Hellboy deserves recognition. That first one's good. A little nervous about the remake, but I'm going to watch it.
Tell us why you're nervous about the remake.
Because all the humor in the trailers, both of them so far, seems really forced and terrible. However, the second trailer, the character design, the monsters in particular, have me all excited. They look very Magnolia. They look very like Lovecraftian, no-face nightmare things, like the big creature that's attacking the bridge in the trailer.
So like they should.
Yeah. I've never been more torn on a trailer than I have on the second trailer for Hellboy.
Jeez.
Or third trailer, depending if you count teasers, but fuck that.
Right on.
But lastly, I have Blade, which there's a great debate here. But I watched Blade about a year ago. It has some god-awful special effects at some times.
Sure.
However, I love that. I love Wesley Snipes as Blade. I love Deacon Frost as a villain, and there's never going to be a better comic line than some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill.
Now I've heard rumors of a reboot of Blade. Is this?
Yeah, I've heard of this.
You know,
too.
if as long as Wesley Snipes is involved, I'm down.
I've actually
for
heard that it all the reports say Wesley Snipes.
Wasn't
Yeah.
there a TV show?
Yeah, and it was god awful. Like,
Was Wesley Snipes in?
no, it was some other dude.
Wesley Snipes doesn't do TV. He lands in airports and gets arrested for tax evasion.
Yeah, but you know what? If you're gonna get arrested for tax evasion, I'm backing you on that
I mean,
because you know tax
I'm
evasion.
just saying what he did. He didn't make it to fucking.
It's like art thievery. It's one of the cool crimes.
Okay, well, I guess we're going on to my list. And I agree, tax evasion is not the worst it could be. But
Yeah.
let's just say this: it makes us have to pay more anyway. Fuck him. Okay,
Fair enough.
So my first one that I'm surprised hasn't been mentioned yet is Road to Perdition.
Ooh yeah.
I
great
just
movie.
fucking love
With that, you guys have said all of my top 5,
Well, no one likes
except
you
for
anyway.
one of them. So I'll get to it.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, and I say Road to Perdition because I mean, number one, I'm a Tom Hanks mark. I mean, if there's an actor I have a man crush on, it's Tom Hanks.
Reasonable.
I think you could do better than Tom Hanks.
Fuck you.
Have you seen me?
Hemsworth.
Do you
He's
really-
getting ready to be Mr. Rogers for crying out loud.
I mean, do you really think I could do better than Tom
We're not
Hanks?
talking about looks here because Jason Momoa beats everyone there, as I've said.
So wait a minute. Tom Hanks is going to be Walt Disney and Mr. Rogers?
yeah.
Seriously?
He just needs to
I
be
didn't know
Bob
that.
Ross, and it'll be like a lot of
And Stan Lee.
The Holy
a lot
Trinity.
of good memories. For
Yeah, he
people.
could be Stan. and
I'd buy a
that'd be-
cable
Yeah, he
of
could be
that.
Stanley,
Them
too.
on it.
What else you got?
Okay, now my second one, I as well went with Judge Dredd. Or it's just Dredd,
Yeah,
right?
Judge Dredd is the one with
yeah,
Sylvester
Judge
Stallone
Dredd
that's
was the
god-awful.
awful piece of shit where he took his helmet off in the first 5 seconds, something that Judge Dredd never did.
Never.
And said,
Never.
Not in 40 years of comics.
Yeah, just never did that. But
jogging.
Dredd was awesome. I mean, I love the whole how it takes place all in that one high rise. I mean, and then like they're like, "Oh, you're locked in here," and he's like, "No, you're locked in here with me."
That's way better than the Watchmen version, and I'll stand by it. And that's not even me hating on Watchmen.
Yeah, right. Okay. So my my third one is actually like a double. It's Deadpool 2. I think that those movies, as much shit as some people like to give Deadpool, those movies are fantastic. And I swear, and the second one when he fights Juggernaut, I mean the Juggernaut is just so spot on. And you know what? That was also somehow Fox fucked Colossus up for like 12 years, 15 years, and all of a sudden, Deadpool comes out, and they've got the best Colossus that's ever
I'm glad
been on
that somebody's
screen.
finally brought this up because Colossus is a big giant Ruski. And
Yeah,
has
they totally avoided that.
has been mishandled in every film and every cartoon that he's ever been in. Finally, it took what? Fox?
It took what? That's like 16 movies
get it
in
right.
or something.
And they perfected it.
I'll say I don't even enjoy the Deadpool movies for Deadpool, just for Colossus and Juggernaut.
That's fair.
Best part when he says "fuck" right at the end.
No,
Yes.
it's great.
So tell me this though, why does Wolverine never say A?
Yeah.
He's fucking
yeah.
Canadian.
He should say fucking AA.
Yeah.
He should say, hey.
Bub, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He says
He
bub.
doesn't say bub enough, though, in my mind.
No, he doesn't say
No,
bub
not in the movies.
often.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Hugh Jackman never said
I
A.
thought he said bub in the movie.
He never said
does,
A.
but not much.
Actually, depending
forced.
depending
Yeah,
on
it's like
what
3
part
times
of
in 12
Canada,
movies.
Okay.
depending on what part of Canada you're from, they don't know.
World traveler Alex lets us know.
Well, we're from Kentucky, so we believe that all Canadians talk
That's
exactly
right.
Just
the same
as
way.
all Kentuckians don't wear shoes to my Canadian friends.
Well, some of us just get all country boys.
Yeah, hey,
Alex.
we read our comics without our shoes on.
I do.
I
We're Plum
definitely.
Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
Why-
I will not wear
Plum
pants
Tucker.
or shoes if I'm reading comics.
Well, usually if I'm reading comics, I'm in the bathroom.
All right, so
That's
my
sexy.
fourth choice is and I know this sounds stupid after what I just got done saying, but my fourth choice is the first X-Men movie because it blew the doors wide
Are you
open.
fucking kidding?
What-
No,
it-
he's right, man.
no,
That was
it-
like the
That's the same
match.
reason he said
I mean,
Batman.
So look,
Make
if
it
you
good.
if you
I
look
agree.
at yeah, but it's not
important.
bad either. But it's a very important movie.
You would hate that
it
movie
is.
that came
And
out
that
today.
Eric, go fuck yourself.
Important and good are two very
what I
different
want.
You're
things.
over here
Batman.
balking at me like a
You just
like,
said
but-
the top,
like,
top
what the
5 is a
fuck?
criteria that is.
This is
open to
my
interpretation.
fucking top 5. I don't need your I don't need your acceptance or your I don't need any of that.
You didn't
okay?
say it had to be good. You just said top 5. That could
That's
be-
right.
That's fair. I never.
I didn't
really
even say I'd ever
clarified.
watch it again.
That's fair.
All I'm saying is
I
it
never
blew the
will.
doors wide open for all this that we
And
have.
I'm just saying that it sucks, but that's fine.
Hey, Tyler Maine's a great saber tooth. I'm kidding.
That guy's a butthole in real life.
Is
though.
he? I met
Lee
him.
Driver was a way better.
Wasn't he
substitute.
in Punisher?
Yeah, he was the Russian.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was in
that's
that-
Kevin
No, that's Kevin Nash.
Oh,
Is it?
All
Wait, that's
wrestlers.
sexy.
He's also not very nice.
All
in real life.
wrestlers are the
What a-
same.
That's true.
So what a perfect segue into another. My last of the top 5 is the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now I know
Okay, I'm out. I got
I
nothing.
know that Kevin Nash was not in that one. He's in the sequel, but because he's the Super Shredder for all the.
Let me give you guys a
Spoiler
story.
about
I'm
Super
going to
Shredder,
interrupt
man.
with story time.
I'm glad someone's mentioning this. story.
Comic Con 2012.
Yeah.
Adam and I walking past Kevin Nash.
No,
man.
y'all were sitting on seats and he walked by y'all.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Whatever.
Can't remember because a lot of shit since then.
Lot of
But
alcohol.
I know this
Probably
happened. Adam's like, fuck Kevin Nash and all this shit. And then we go, hey, he was Super Shredder. And he's like, about an hour later, yeah, Kevin Nash ain't that bad. I kind of like him. I kind of like Kevin
I
Nash.
just remember him being the like. What wasn't he the fake Diesel or something?
Yeah, he was.
No,
Was
he
he
was.
Undertaker?
No, he was
He
fake
was Diesel.
Undertaker
He
or
was-
whatever.
No, he was.
No.
He was Diesel.
Oh, okay, my bad.
he is
Whatever. You're a fucking. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
He's part of the
He's one of the,
outsiders.
yeah, he's one of the NWO founders.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, well,
A Razor Ramon was the best half of that.
I don't even disagree with
Yeah,
that.
everyone agrees with that.
Okay.
I love Scott Hall.
All right. let's
I'm
go
on to my
Alex.
list,
Yeah,
and
let's
you
go.
guys have said every fucking one of them.
you're
Spider-Man 2,
unoriginal and-
Road to Perdition, Into the Spider-Verse, Dark Knight, and TMNT. And the reason is because there's not that many good fucking movies that Marvel hasn't made. So we're all saying the same fucking things.
Well, you didn't say RoboCop?
RoboCop fucking sucks.
RoboCop is
He
amazing.
shoots a man's dick off.
He
The first
does.
RoboCop's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put it like up in the top of my films.
I don't even think of it as a comic book movie. That's my problem, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a-
there's actually debate. We weren't able in the 10 minutes we were doing research before this to figure out if the movie or the comic came first. So we're going to admit if we're wrong on this
Yeah.
one. That's
I'm just gonna say I'm wrong because that's usually my mode.
But I
yeah.
want to
I
say
fuck up constantly.
that Road to Perdition is not just a good comic film.
This
It's
is a
one of
great
the
movie.
best movies made.
It really that movie
great-
made me tear up a little
Yeah.
bit.
It's really
it's
good.
A great film. Yeah, Heath Ledger's Joker is really good. That's why The Dark Knight's up in there because it sure the fuck ain't because of Batman. I'm telling you.
Can I pop in with a real quick point? Both of you have said TMNT. Neither of you have clarified which TMNT.
I, mean,
the
I like the
original.
whole series, but I'm gonna go with the first movie.
Eric, I know we're
The
in
first
Kentucky,
movie-
but I didn't put 2 on it because it's number 1.
Bam!
Actually, TMNT is usually refers to the animated one.
It does.
Dildo.
I said
Skadoosh!
I said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I would have put TMNT, The Secret of the Ooze, if I was talking about the second one.
But
that's
Hey,
fair.
Alex, you know what?
I know what that means. You know
Eric,
what?
you just tried
Fuck
to
you,
one up him
Bo.
and it didn't work at all.
Fuck you, Justin.
fuck you,
And
Jeff.
Eric
Fuck
taught
you.
me that, hey, fuck you means I know you're right.
Yeah.
So-
I know
us
you're
all
right, but
that.
I'm mad
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. So, but wait a minute. What TMNT, is it on everyone's list? We haven't
No,
heard Eric.
no, I
Let's
didn't
let
know.
Eric do his, and then we can do a little talk.
Okay, then
about
we'll
it.
talk about
Well,
it.
I'm going to have some controversy here.
Oh, fuck
I'm
your
mad
controversy.
already.
Well, fuck everybody else. I don't care what you think. My first, I'm going to go ahead and throw out an honorable mention for Tom Jane's Punisher.
Wait, we got honorable mentions?
What? I
I
didn't
don't give a fuck.
I didn't get a
started
fucking
this.
honorable
Everybody else can
mention.
suck it.
What the fuck?
Son of a bitch.
Eric, we're supposed to do
You
the
said-
crappy list
Yeah,
later.
no,
No,
that's fine.
no.
Yeah.
Tom,
Do that list later,
Tom Jane's
though.
Punisher
Did
sucks.
you like John Travolta hamming it up over every?
Absolutely.
Oh, you bastard.
So, I told you controversy.
Skull,
So-
the fire skull at the end. Give me a
My
break.
my number 5 is AJ's number. I think I've got it number 1. Blade.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I said mine is not in any order though. to
I
be
agree.
fair.
I agree. I just wrote it down so I would have some kind of reference that it's been mentioned.
Yeah.
That Blade was a fantastic movie. The first one.
I've actually heard 2 was better.
Two's good
Two
as
is
I'm
good.
old. When I first saw it when I was 16, I hated it. Actually, when I was working at the theater, I get kicked out trying to watch it. Me and Eric both did.
doesn't age
But
well.
it aged great.
I just have to say, this guy AJ hated Venom. He hated Venom.
I did hate Venom.
Blade is as bad as Venom.
That is horseshit.
If it came out today, you would fucking hate it.
I don't
Maybe.
like
It's
that.
as
I think
bad
that's
as
true.
Venom.
If he got to mention X-Men 1, I get to mention Blade.
Y'all boners
Agreed.
watch He-Man in store like it's good and it's all nostalgia and you know it.
We're playing
He-Man
it
is
because it's
gone.
not good.
Master of the Universe, the movie is god awful.
We're playing
I've
it
never
because it's
seen that,
not
actually.
good.
It's god
and it's fun. But anyways, continue your list.
All right, so again, my number 4 has already been mentioned by AJ as his number 2, Hellboy, because I love Ron Perlman, and if he's gonna don that big dumb chin that's real and it's his, and that big stupid fist, and go punch monsters in the face, I'm gonna watch it.
He's
I'm
done.
not-
Are you talking Hellboy
I'm fine.
1?
We're going to
man?
interrupt everyone, but did you know that Ron Perlman was Clayface in the Batman animated
did
series?
not.
Just learned that the other day.
That is
Nearly
fantastic.
shit my pants.
Absolutely.
He's the voice of Clayface.
Yeah,
could
that's
do
the coolest thing I've
Clayface.
ever learned.
Which is even better because in Sons of Anarchy, his name's Clay.
Oh, wow. It comes around.
Kurt
Listen,
Sutter loves the animated series.
Let's just go ahead and say
How
that
about it?
Batman the Animated Series is one of the best cartoons ever made.
Oh, it is the
that's-
best cartoon
What
ever
about
made.
the movie for it?
It could be the
No,
best version
Massive
of Batman
Phantasm?
ever.
Great.
And there's a Mr. Freeze one too that was really good.
Yeah, there was a Mr. Freeze movie.
Heart of Ice.
I don't remember.
No, that was the
I don't think
episode.
it's Heart of
You
Ice.
got a
That
couple
sounds.
more there, right?
But anyway, sorry.
Oh, we're talking over Eric. Shit, go on.
Motherfuckers.
Sorry, that one was important. I threw in there. I maintain.
Man,
But
you know,
anyway.
Eric, just don't be such a fucking doormat.
I'm just a wallflower over here waiting for
We're
you
just-
guys
we're
to
just-
shut up, so we're
please.
not talking over everybody.
It's not me. Quit looking at me.
Yeah, it's me and Adam this time.
It's
and we know
Directly
it.
across from me. I can't help
That's
it.
true.
So my number 3 has again already been talked about. Justin's number 2, The Watchmen. Because I like big blue dicks swinging in the wind.
Who doesn't?
I mean, to be
it's
fair,
not just a dick, it's blue.
The crunch berries are in there too, baby.
Oh yeah,
that's Alex's favorite flavor, blue.
True. That's
a little shot of
definitely
purple in that.
Oh,
a
give me
little
some
fucking shot of
purple.
purple.
So moving on, my number 2 is not mentioned. Again, a lot of people don't know it was a comic book, The Kingsman. Kingsman was a very, very good movie. Probably has my either top or right up there fight scene in the church.
Oh, that's
with Colin
amazing.
Firth. Just kicking the dog shit out of everybody that's in that place. Fucking
I don't
amazing.
know. I see the trailers for that. And it don't
Sam
look good to
Jackson's
me.
character,
Oh, yeah.
that is just so turned off by violence.
He's got the
but he
list.
wants everybody killed,
Oh yeah.
and then he throws up as soon as he sees the video. I mean, that's just amazing.
Sounds like Marshall.
Spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
Oh, if you hadn't seen The Kingsman by now, we ain't spoiling
I
shit.
mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
He
If
had
you
6 months.
Oh, you had way more
and
than
it's
6
been
months,
what,
dude.
4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After 6 months,
that
you can
number
shut
5?
the fuck up.
No, that is my number 2. I'm going from 5.
Oh, you're going buck.
Oh, he's going
Yeah,
up
I'm
to
going.
one.
I'm going. My count up
I
Mr.
still can't
Fancy
count because
Pants.
I was like,
One
is
of
that 5?
We're in Kentucky. We don't know numbers.
to one of my great movies.
X-Men 1?
Made a great video game, Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, that is fantastic.
That is such a good
Fun
movie.
movie.
I never
agree with
consider that a comic.
There's a
'cause it's
concert
anime.
fight where
It's not an anime.
It's made by a Canadian dude.
there's a concert fight where one band is playing and a giant King Kong-esque abominable snowman gorilla comes out of their set. On the other side, Scott and the Sex Bombs are playing and a giant dragon comes out and they fight in the middle of this
is awesome.
giant...
It's badass.
Oh, it's so
I didn't
amazing.
like it at the time.
No
but
way
it's
around
awesome.
it.
Everything revolves around video games and comics and dumb shit, and it's so amazing that also a whole lot of other people that have been in these Marvel movies and DC movies, such as Brandon Routh and Brie Larson, that plays Captain Marvel, was in Scott Pilgrim.
There's another one.
And Chris Evans?
Yeah, Chris Evans,
Evans
Captain
is in
America.
Yep.
He's the fucking Human Torch.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon Routh is...
That's what people remember him for.
Brandon Routh is Brie Larson's current boyfriend. In the
I
movie
just wish
from
you
their-
stopped at Brandon
because
Routh and Brie Larson.
their band name is Clash at Demon Head, which is an old NES game.
Yep, and it's a badass.
old-
Badass in the NES game.
So there's my top 5. So with that being said, we got a couple of minutes here if everybody wants to run through a not top 3 real quick.
Wait, we don't have
Yeah.
much time?
Now we
Oh,
got to be
shit.
quick.
Okay, all right, Justin. Start
Okay,
with you.
quick. Dark Knight Rises is one of the worst comic book
Why?
movies ever. Because Batman retires when Gotham is in ruins.
I
Joseph
agree.
Gordon-Levitt knows he's Batman from looking at him, and that's about it. I mean, the movie's not good.
Batman
Bane's
also
terrible
has
voice.
a terrible stab wound and
then-
still sets up making a bat logo out of explosions.
That's a very
dumbest
comic
thing.
thing,
It's the
though.
dumbest thing
I
ever.
defend that part as being very comic booky.
Also, where the fuck does he climb out of and then he's back in Gotham? Like
He gets his cell phone out and he's like, "Alfred,
in
come get me."
Rambo 3 land over in
Yep.
Afghanistan or something. The next scene, it's like a day went by and he's back in Gotham.
Yep.
I hate that movie.
Yep.
I hate
It's
Bane,
terrible.
It's the
and I
worst.
don't like Tom Hardy, which leads me to number 1, Venom. Fuck Venom. Venom has a spider on his chest, and that movie's terrible.
I mean, Justin only got to say one, and you're already jumping
Oh
into your
shit!
list.
I thought we were all
Calm
going
the
through
fuck
it.
down.
We are
God.
after he gets done with his.
I'll just go
that's
real
it.
quick. You guys,
Excuse me then.
Batman
no.
versus Superman
Sorry about
wasn't
that.
very good. I don't even need to describe
Oh,
how
Dawn
of
terribly
Justice.
organized
Dawn
that
of
movie
Justice.
was. It was terrible. And then the new Ninja Turtles movies where they're 9 feet tall and Shredder and Splinter have no idea who each other are. I mean, it's just awful.
wear
I
Done.
maintain Rocksteady and Bebop saved the second movie from being completely terrible.
And the rat can read in the first one.
Also
he
bad.
just sees some books and he's like, "Oh, I can read this."
He's a smart ass rat.
Okay, that's all I got. I got 3 terrible comic movies.
Those are great.
I stand by all of those.
apologize.
Send your hate tweets to @theCobleKid.
At the cuss word here, a cuss word. Well, I don't even know my
A
fucking
cuss
Twitter
word.
handle.
Who cares?
But anyway,
A cuss word.
and a cuss word. Justice League, because everything looked like it was animated on PS2 and pissed me off. Steppenwolf should not be a shitty villain, and he was. I'm mad about that. Spawn, and if you haven't seen the Spawn hell scene in a while, look that up on YouTube. And if you don't laugh through it, I hate you.
He pukes Mountain Dew through the whole thing.
He does. He pukes Mountain Dew, and the hell scene looks like it's from a PS1 game. I'm gonna keep saying what era of PlayStation these movies took place in. And then
As a benchmark.
my personal hatred. Oh my God, I love the Fantastic Four comics so much. They're my favorite thing, best thing Marvel's ever done. I'll talk your head off all day about them. Why haven't they have one good movie out of 3?
But not even
all
one.
garbage. Not even kind of good. All terrible. Please, Marvel, make me a good Fantastic Four movie so I can die happy.
I mean, it's going to happen.
I hope so.
All right, so that's going to set me up. Now, I have to say this. All right, at number 3, I have Superman Returns. And a lot of people probably will say, well, Superman Returns is a great movie. Superman literally fucks Lois Lane while she's married.
Yeah.
Like, because, you know, that's the character of Superman. Right. I mean, Superman is not. I mean, have they never read a Superman comic before they directed
Those are
this movie?
American
And the little
values.
kid is strong. That baby's strong, remember?
Oh,
Super
yeah.
Isn't that hilarious?
Super
But they
Baby,
made
yeah.
Super Baby a comic character now. He's a big one.
At least that's happened.
It's hilarious.
I also had the TMNT reboot, just the whole thing.
How do you wear shorts under a shell?
I don't even understand.
I forgot about
Serious? How do they get under
I
that?
have no idea.
and they're 9 feet tall.
I mean,
They're like moving around like ninjas, but they're 10 feet tall.
but they actually don't even move around like ninjas. There's like a whole skiing scene. It's awful.
yeah.
And then I have to say X-Men 3 simply because I'm the Juggernaut bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the
his helmet?
worst Juggernaut. That is the worst. Within like
His bondage outfit.
within
Oh
the
my
first
God.
30 minutes of
Yeah.
the movie, they've like killed Cyclops. Wolverine's fucking obliterated. I mean, it's the worst goddamn piece of trash that's supposed to be the X-Men that I've
it's
ever
very
seen in my life.
disorganized. It's like a very disorganized movie.
It just barely edges out First Class as the worst movie I've ever seen.
No, First Class is fucking terrible.
Oh, yeah, Adam, we had a huge fight about that.
I can't go anymore. Venom and then Spider-Man 3 is one of the worst movies ever.
Hey, the scene
What's
with
the thing
yeah.
about Spider-Man 3 is there's a good movie with
I
Sandman
know,
buried
I
in
know.
there.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
What stands out to me, I watched it a couple weeks ago, and I thought it went south when the Venom stuff was introduced, but no. Spider-Man saves Gwen Stacy from a building that gets knocked over in some construction shit. Everyone apparently dies. He only rescues Gwen. And then he never goes back up there. He literally saves her. She's hanging out of the building, drops on the ground, and she says something about Eddie Brock taking pictures, and he runs off. So I think he left everyone hanging.
Very Spider-Man
There's
thing to do.
tons of plot holes in it.
Alex,
But,
do you remember lying to yourself about liking that movie?
I still like parts of it, brother.
No,
I
you.
really
After
do.
it was over, you told me it was amazing.
I did. But we gotta move on to Eric because mine are just Venom and Spider-Man 3 because I hate them. I fucking hate them. I have nothing else to say. It's not even funny hatred. I fucking hate them.
Just a stamp on that.
Man, that's gonna be hard to follow. But
Put the kibosh on
I think I'm actually gonna switch up. I've got notes here, but I'm gonna swap it up. That my number 3 worst movie is Batman versus Superman because it's fucking horrible.
Thank you.
Hey,
It's
Martha.
number 2 on my
It's
list.
let's be cool with each other because our moms have the same name.
Oh,
Your mom's
you talk
name
about
is
a
same as mine?
Totally bunch of horse shit.
You talk about a plot hole.
Yeah.
I also like
Or what is
I'm
that?
literally
No, plot
trying to
device?
kill you, and then I'm speaking at your funeral. like Batman's crying at Superman's funeral. Like
I don't even-
like a
Superman's so
stabbed
weak
him.
in that
like
movie.
a scene later though. Like
I just want to say this to the whole world. DC hates Superman. I just want to.
Yeah, yeah.
Warner Brothers does.
Except
They've
for
got to.
He had the coolest scene in Justice League, though, when the Flash is run by him after he gets resurrected. That's the only good part of Justice League.
I wonder if that was supposed to be like a little bit of an homage to the like Black Lantern Superman because he's been resurrected from the dead.
that's a good point.
Could be.
Zack Snyder probably has no idea who the Black Lantern
Yeah.
What is
Like Zack Snyder's in a fucking comic.
I want to say I fucking can't stand Zack Snyder, and every fucking day I wake up and there's a
Didn't he
new
do Watchmen?
headline.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
dude,
300, which
every
was-
day
okay,
on
good.
any comic book site, there's a new headline about what he was going to put in Justice League.
Yeah, who cares?
I'm like, dude, we're 2 years removed from this fucking.
And
This is
piece
a
of
running
shit.
joke between me and Alex
Yes.
for probably a
Same
year
with
now.
CM Punk. Fuck them.
Who cares?
Get off the news.
But running from the Black Lantern thing, my number 2 shit top 3 Green Lantern.
No, I mean that.
Green
was-
Lantern was
You know what's
fucking
sad about
terrible.
Green
Another
Lantern?
thing I'm pissed
Ryan
about.
Reynolds.
What was sad about Green Lantern was Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, actually everything that happened in space and all the aliens, all that shit was great. Ryan Reynolds, I don't know who casts for the DCU, but they didn't obviously. Have they ever read a Green Lantern comic? Was he supposed to be?
You mean Hal
they
Jordan's
were-
not date raping?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
mean-
they tried to turn Hal Jordan into Kyle Rayner,
into
but
Kyle
they did
Rayner.
a shitty job
And
of it.
Yeah, it was a terrible job.
If they had just cast who they've let be the voice in all of the animated stuff and Nathan Fillion, it probably would have been better. It
would've
might
been
have still
great.
been trash.
Yeah, well,
but
the
it could have
script was
still
still
been better.
garbage.
I think Ryan Reynolds now would have been good.
Ryan Reynolds
now
now is
the-
just
now.
Dane Cook.
Yeah.
The problem is,
I can't stand him. Ryan Reynolds
I
is
think he
date
could do it
rapey.
now.
I'm telling you right
no
now.
one's thought about Dane Cook in 20
At
years.
Ryan Reynolds, wherever the fuck you are, you're rapey, bro. You got to turn it down. I'm serious, man.
Next time we record, he's going to be beating down the door like, you motherfuckers been talking shit.
I'm not kidding, man.
Hey,
You're
if
lucky
you-
Deadpool's popular because you
Ryan-
fucking suck.
Ryan, if you do come to the store, please come wearing the Deadpool outfit.
We're gonna
That
get
would be the
sued.
shit.
You'll be the only
We'll let you hit
Deadpool.
Alex in the mouth.
You'll be
Yes,
the
we
only
will.
person to ever wear a Deadpool costume that has money. So,
Ouch. We just lost 6 loyal customers.
I'm sorry, guys. People that wear the costumes, you always come in character. I don't want to meet Wade Wilson. I want to
God.
sell you a book.
No, all right. If you cosplay as Deadpool and you run around being wacky, everyone at Comic Cons hates you.
Yeah. I don't want to smell your ball sweat all over
Yeah.
by my
I don't
fucking
want you-
nice comic book.
I don't want you to snatch the trade paperbacks out of my hand and go, yeah, you need Deadpool instead.
And Ryan Reynolds, I know you're probably not listening, but you encourage these fucks. And listen, you're funny sometimes. I'll give it to you. But you're the rapiest motherfucker I've ever seen. I could see you having a belly tattoo of a son. Okay.
Now Batista's going to whoop your
Sorry,
ass.
Batista. You already blocked Coble.
We're gonna get called out by Batista and Ryan Reynolds and fucking.
At
Eric,
Infinite
do you have one
Paducah.
more?
Oh, I've got the one more.
Oh my God, Eric hasn't even made it through his
I
list.
can't
yet.
make
I'm
it through
sorry,
the list.
man.
We've been on this
Keeps
fucking-
interrupting shit.
Wow.
Quit giving us talking points.
Oh, I can't help it. My shit top 3 is just so good because the next one is the FF reboot with the worst origin story ever told.
Ever made.
It's the
got
ultimate
nothing.
origin
I haven't
story,
even
so I
seen it.
agree.
Isn't Doctor Doom a tech blogger in that or something?
Yeah.
Is it Killmonger?
Yes.
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
he's the Human Torch, and Sue is his adopted sister. And she never even goes on the trip. She's still back in the lab, but
How'd she
somehow
become
through this
invisible?
TV monitor,
It comes
this
through the-
wave comes and hits her and makes
That's
her invisible.
so lame.
I didn't even
Crazy
know
as
that
shit.
until right now.
Thing
Yeah,
gets
she's
like
not
a
even
bunch
on
of
the
rocks up on him, and he turns into a rock monster.
That does happen in the Ultimate Fantastic Four, which
It's still stupid.
it's still garbage. Don't get me wrong. I'm not defending Ultimate Fantastic Four. That's terrible. I
Yeah.
own the whole thing because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
The
but-
first
So-
couple trades of it were all right.
Johnny Storm catches on
Yeah,
fire
I
in
agree.
his little escape pod,
As one
and
does.
then Reed Richards, as he is trying to climb to the top of the ledge to get away from this apparent wave of shit, just elongates
As you know, it happens.
because that's their origin story, and it's trash.
Why does everyone hate the
But what
Fantastic
happened-
Four so much? They're so
See how
good.
there's no laughs?
See-
It's that sad.
See,
It
Yeah.
is.
see, Fox hates FF, DC hates Superman. I mean, it's just a
Yeah,
fact.
I don't get it. But
It's-
those
it's
are both
just a-
great things.
They hate Doctor Doom.
Even beside the
He's the
origin
best-
The best
story,
villain ever.
Yeah,
even beside the origin
I mean,
story being total shit,
Doctor Doom has never been in a good movie.
even beside the origin story in this movie being total shit, you have this like almost 2.5 hour movie that culminates in a 3-minute battle with Doctor Doom.
I hate Fox
Yeah.
so much.
Fair.
You know what? Marvel's got the rights
Logan
back
and
though.
Deadpool.
I'm still hope I'm going to see Annihilus and Galactus, and I'm going to come right in my pants.
And that's my not 3.
Damn, Eric.
Wow.
I mean, you really got us right.
I have to say that well, someone shit in Alex's Wheaties when they mentioned
it's
Ryan
Ryan
fucking
Reynolds.
Reynolds. But
Been over.
Took it a little far. I'm gonna-
anyway,
I'm
let's
not,
just go.
I felt like that
We
since
went-
the first time I saw that fucking
Went a little
lazy
over the
eye
top,
shit.
but you know what? We appreciate you guys tuning in to the Blitzkrieg Pop. This has been Adam, Alex, Munch, AJ, Justin, Dan. We even got our invisible and always ever present Zach Burnham. He's like a
Omnipresent.
ghost. He
Ham
hovers
head.
around.
Ham head.
This motherfucker's head is so big, he ruined a fucking Infinity Gauntlet statue.
A $300 Infinity Gauntlet
Hitting
statue.
it, and it fell. I heard a commotion, and he had a red bump on his head with little tears in his eyes.
Thanos snapped and destroyed it. Zach
Yeah.
Burnham headbutted it and
Eric,
destroyed it.
Munch walks in and goes, "Well, you fucking killed the Avengers. Now they can never come back." So listen, guys, follow us on all our social media shit. You ready for
We
it?
have platforms, y'all.
Yes, we
Platforms.
are wearing platforms like Gene Simmons.
No,
all right,
fucking
guys?
not
Oh,
Kiss.
dude.
Fuck
Yeah,
Kiss.
yeah,
Damn
that's
it.
too much.
Fuck
that.
Kiss.
I hate Kiss. All right, follow us on Facebook at Infinite Paducah. Search for us on YouTube just under Infinite Collectibles. Instagram at Infinite Collectibles. And Twitter at Infinite Paducah. You can get this podcast. It's a badass podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Buzzsprout. So thanks for supporting us. We're having a damn good time.
And thank you, Dan, for putting up with our
Professor Podcast in the house. All right, we'll see you guys down the road.
that was Dan.